Hola, estudiantes. It's Mrs. Santiago here, and today we're going to take the notes for the AR verbs, and then there's some practice. Okay, so I'm in your OneNote, Chapter 3, and the page is AR verb notes and practice. I'm going to eliminate the table of contents and make the page big. Okay, make sure that it's not going to move. Okay, so AR verbs, we're doing a whole set of verbs. There's a whole bunch of them. I've listed a few, 15 of them here below your chart. So in the yellow box, cantar, to sing, nadar, to swim, charlar, to chat, pintar, to paint, estudiar, to study, mirar, to watch, visitar, to visit, navegar, to navigate, montar, to ride, trabajar, to work, hablar, to talk, tocar, to play, bailar, to dance, dibujar, to draw, escuchar, to listen to. So we have a variety of verbs that we can look at. So the meaning changes. So obviously it's various because it depends on which ones you choose. So the conjugation rule, this is a regular AR verb pattern. Okay, so we are going to do the two-step process, which is right here. Chop and add. What are we chopping off? We're chopping off the AR ending to leave the stem. What are we adding back in? We're adding back in the AR endings to conjugate. What are the endings? Yo, o, tú, as, él, ella, usted, a, nosotros, amos, and ellos, an. Okay, let's choose one of the verbs from the options that we have below the chart. Let's go ahead. Let's do one of the most common ones. Let's do hablar. So I'm going to write it here at the top so that I know which one I'm doing. Hablar. Hablar equals to talk. Okay, this is the infinitive verb. Okay, it's the whole verb before you start conjugating. And all it does is give us the definition. I don't know who's talking and I don't know when they're talking, but I know hablar means to talk. So let's go through with hablar and do the two-step process. So step 1, chop off the AR. So I'm just going to put a slice right down and identify the stem. Here it is. So I have the stem. Now let's write the stem everywhere. Okay, so write the stem everywhere. So HABL, abl, 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 and abl. Now I'm going to go back in and add in those endings that we already talked about. Yo ends in an O, and so does this. Hablo. Yo hablo. I always remember you have two big toes. Two big toes. Toes ends in an S, and so does this one. Tu hablas. This A comes from the AR verb ending. Tu hablas. Él, ella, usted. Any one person or thing, one vowel, and the vowel comes from the ending. AR. Él habla. Nosotros, OS, hablamos. OS. Nosotros hablamos. And ellos, ellas, ustedes, any two or more people that doesn't include you, they go in the van from ear. Then I can remember this is AN. Ellos hablan. Muy bien. Okay, let's scroll down. So we've got hablo, hablas, habla, hablamos, hablan. Practice. Fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb at the end of the sentence. So don't use the verb that we charted. Use the verb that's at the end of the sentence. Use the chart above as a reference and remember the two-step process to chop and add. Well, I'm going to do two of them with you just to make sure that we are on the same page. So chop and add, I'm going to take my red pen, yo blank en la playa, and they want me to use nadar. So chop and add. I'm going to chop off the AR and find the root. Okay, the root is NAD. Now, what's the correct ending to match yo? Let's go up and look. That would be an O. Yo nado en la playa. Yo nado en la playa. I swim in the beach. Número dos. To blank la música country. Okay, cantar. Step one, chop off the AR. Find the root. Cant. And write that down. Go back up to the chart, and what's the ending that matches to? The ending is as. Tu cantas la música country. So the key is to remember the chop and add. Okay, I'm going to put a little, well, maybe I'll just put a little pink highlighter right over it. Remember to chop and add. Okay. You have to do tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, y ocho. Okay, this is how we're going to know if you can do it. You've got this. Okay, these are your práctica. Gracias.